Stunning new potential evidence tonight in the case of suspected Gilgo's Beach serial killer Rex Heuermann. It turns out his estranged wife may have known about his alleged double life, even supposedly accusing one of the sex workers who came to their home of stealing her clothing iron from their home. John Ray, attorney representing victims in this case, spoke today alongside Suffolk County Police Commissioner Rodney Harrison about what a witness told him about the wife, Asa Ellerup.
He was a serial user of sex workers. He would sometimes have them come two at a time to his house, and his wife was home upstairs, and in one instance got very angry at one of the sex workers because the wife believed that the worker had stolen an iron from, for ironing clothes, and had it in the car with the driver.
Bizarre as it sounds, the sex worker allegedly accused of stealing the wife's iron, and that's what she was upset about. The estranged wife, whose attorney will join us in a moment, has not been named as a suspect, but her hair was found on duct tape on one victim and on the head of another, according to court records. The police commissioner did answer questions, too. We should point out he was not wearing his police uniform, as he has in past conferences about the case.
We have the information. We're working it, and we'll see where it leads us down the road.
Now, the story gets even more bizarre. About an hour after that press conference, the DA's office released a scathing statement about it, saying, quote, without providing any advance notice to the prosecutors pursuing this case in court or the Gilgo Beach Homicide Task Force members investigating these murders day in and day out, we watched today's press conference not knowing what was going to be reported. We will continue to investigate this case through the grand jury process and not through press conferences. The victim's family's attorney also revealed evidence that he says connects Heuermann to two more women who were found dead on Long Island, Shannon Gilbert and Karen Brigada. Brigada may have allegedly been in Heuermann's house with his wife.
In the house was the wife of Rex Heuermann and Rex Heuermann and the other girl. The other girl who we believe to be Karen Brigada.
Heuermann has been charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder, 3 counts of second-degree murder in the deaths of Melissa Barthelme, Megan Waterman, Amberlynn Costello, after DNA evidence tied him to the killings. He's also the prime suspect in another case. Now, joining me now is Robert Macedonio, attorney representing...
Macedonio, how are you doing?
Macedonio, I apologize. I actually practiced it before I started, too. Who joins us now. I appreciate it. All right, you've got a lot to respond to here. Let me just let you respond to what we just heard.
Dan, I think the DA's statement says it all. It's hard to take anyone serious wearing a purple hat at a press conference. You know, Johnny Ray has tried to keep himself relevant in this case since the arrest of Rex Heuermann. It's been stated several times, not only by the police commissioner who stood by him, by the DA's office, that Shannon Gilbert, who's Johnny's client, is not related to any of the other Gilgo victims. So what he's desperately trying to do is link a civil defendant to his clients so he has somebody to sue to recoup the tens of thousands of dollars he has spent chasing his tail the past 12 years that he's been involved in this case.
So is it not true?
Completely outlandish claims. I categorically deny him on behalf of Asa Ellerup. It's just ridiculous.
So again, yeah, just to follow up on that, not true that she knew about the sex workers.
It's not true. Look, taking an iron. You're going to fight with someone taking an iron. You go back, the allegations go back several years ago. The children are 34 and 26 now, so they were what? Teens, if not younger. The house is very small. Everybody's seen the house. So the allegation is small children are upstairs in the house while Rex has sex workers downstairs in the house. It makes no logical sense. It's a nice middle-class neighborhood. The houses are all very close together. Any of this would have been witnessed by any of the neighbors. It's just, it makes no relevant sense. Like I said, you go back to the purple hat. He looks like he's more trying out for a part in the Willy Wonka movie than he is representing any victims.
What about the hair, allegedly, her hair, allegedly on the duct tape of one of the victims?
Well, you have the hair, but hair is of likeness. Until we get actually DNA reports, which none of us have seen, you could have a hair of likeness. The DNA comes from the root of a hair. I don't think any of that's been actually laid out in court. It's a hair of her likeness. So we'll wait to see the evidence comes out in court and really let this case be tried in the courtroom and not by Johnny Ray at the press conferences. in addition to the police commissioner. The police commissioner, come the first of the year, is no longer going to be the police commissioner. We have a new county executive that's going to be elected, and they're going to appoint their own police commissioner. So again, Rodney Harrison not wearing his police uniform, not in coordination with the DA's office who's run this task force. And to go back to Ray Tierney is probably the most qualified and non-political district attorney we've had in Suffolk County. So I trust his judgment. I trust the task force. We will do a thorough investigation. And to have John Ray bring out some victim that says they took an iron out of the house, had a fight with Asa Ellerup, it's ludicrous.
Bob Macedonio, thank you so much for coming on the show. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Dan.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find News Nation on your cable provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.